It looked extremely rocky for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning left to play. So when Cooney died at second and Burroughs did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go, leaving there the rest with hope that springs eternal from within human breast. They thought, if only Casey could get a whack at that, why, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey. Likewise, so did Blake. The former was a pudding, and the latter a fake. So upon that stricken multitude, a death-like silence sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey's getting to the bat. But Flynn let go a single to the wonderment of all, and the much-despised Blakey tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had settled, and they saw what had occurred, well, there was Blakey safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. From the gladdened multitude went up a joyous yell. It thundered from the mountaintop and rattled on the dell. It struck upon the hillside and rebounded on the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was an ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile on Casey's face. And while responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded as he wiped them on his shirt. And as the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance glanced from Casey's eyes, and a sneer curled Casey's lip. Then the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, but Casey stood watching it in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people came up a muffled roar, like the pounding of the storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Someone shouted from the stands, and it's likely they'd done it, and now Casey raised his hand. With a smile of noble charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult and bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the spheroid flew, but Casey still ignored it, and the umpire said, strike two! Fraud, cried the maddened thousands, and the echo answered, fraud! But one look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey would not let that ball go by again. The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched with hate. He pounds with cruel vengeance his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's flow. Somewhere in this favored land of ours, the sun is shining bright. Somewhere men are laughing and somewhere hearts are light. Somewhere men are laughing and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville, for mighty Casey has struck out.